Alright, so basically we're going to cut this video short. This is peak hour, as you can see the sun's going down. The gym's really busy and we don't want to get in trouble, so we can continue recording. So I think we'll get to another video tomorrow, but I'm going to cut my back session. No, we're going to cut the video short, but I'm going to keep going with the back session. So we started with bent over rows, went on to single arm rows. I'm on seated rows right now. I have no clue what I'm going to continue with, but I'll let you guys know when I do. Basically, I gave you the story the last 2-3 weeks. We haven't been recording too much. It's just been absolutely flat stick, but we're going to be pumping out videos now because I've left the old gym. This is my new home as of the 20th of this month. And me and Michael are just going to pump out content. So, cheers! What up? It's 3:53, 7th of May. Been a while since our last one. Last two or three weeks, was it? 2 or 3 weeks? It's been absolutely just flat stick, non-stop. I've finished up, well, this is my last week at I Feel Good in the city, in Indooroopilly, sorry. So the last couple of weeks is just, you know, sessions over there, training over here in CBJ in Sunnybank, which is half an hour drive difference, but you know, a couple of those trips a day, they accumulate and end up taking a large chunk of your day out. So that's where that time has gone. We've been trying to get to these videos. We've had a whole heap of ideas and everything that we're trying to get to, but it's just literally this transition period of leaving that gym, coming over to this gym. I'm actually starting on the 20th of this month in this gym, CBJ. So I can't wait for that. Literally my physio, my meal prep lady Mary, my social media guy Andrew are all in this place, as well as my mentor, my PT personal training mentor Chris. So I literally, that will literally cut down my travel time so much more. So I'll be able to get to what's really important, like these videos and all the rest of it. But basically that's where that time is gone. How many weeks would we be out of comp right now? Probably 20-ish, give or take. Alright, so October is the comp. We are May 7th now. So we've got a bit to go, but training's been pretty good. Everything's been on track, food's been on point. I'm sure, I feel like I've lost a little bit more around my sides and stuff like that. My what's it called? Obliques coming out, and it just feels like there's less body fat around my midsection. Otherwise I'm getting stronger, I'm feeling stronger. So yeah, basically all that's on track. Today we're just going to do a quick physique update because it's been a while and I can't even remember when the last one was. Do you? No.
At least a month now.
A month, eh?
Almost a month.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get to physique update and then we'll quickly do a weigh-in as well, see where I'm sitting at. Just do it here? Yeah. Stand this side here. So everything's coming out, like I'm starting to see the line there, and that's because I'm dropping body fat as well. Abs are coming out. I've got a lot more to do with that. And I need to fucking get rid of these tattoos on my stomach. I'm looking at this laser clinic. Yeah. So I'm gonna get these done ASAP because it's just getting ridiculous. Like, yeah. You know, what a stupid. I never used to think that I'll get back into training again. I went through a period of 3-4 years where I just stopped training. I was lazy. I had a lot of ego as well. So, and that's where I made this bad decision. I wasted a lot of money on that as well. But yeah, so that's physique update. We'll go over and do a weigh-in real quick. everyone starts getting used to seeing like us with the camera, right? At the start it was weird. Oh shit. I think I would have lost about 6% body fat by now, but I've got to double check. Sitting at pretty much right on 80. So I started at what, 84?
Yeah.
So slowly losing, but a good losing.
Yeah.
Not the bad one. Which is good because I can feel my strength still increasing and my body fat still is dropping. If my strength was dropping, that means I'm losing muscle as well. So we are good. I'm eating 6 times a day and basically all those meals have carbs in them. Like at night, if I have my last meal at say 9 o'clock, I might have no carbs in that one, just so it's more effective doing fasted cardio in the mornings, but it's good, it's good. Back in. Fuck, I full lost myself for a second. Okay, so this is what a bent over row is meant to look like. What happened?
No, nothing.
Oh.
I was just stretching over.
And then, okay, so that's what it's meant to look like. A lot of people don't understand what goes into a bent over row. There's a great deal of scapular retraction that goes into it. But a lot of people end up, because they don't know this, or maybe they have trouble activating their scaps, and that might be due to the fact that they've never done this before, or they haven't done it in a long time. There's a lot of other factors that might go into it. Basically, if you aren't retracting your scaps properly, this is what it's going to look like. Up and down, there's no retraction, it's just up and down. That basically isn't stimulating your back all. Now, how do we do it properly? We want to, I'll take you through from start to finish. So from a standing position, bring it out. From a standing position, you want to poke your bum out. So if I turn to the side a little bit, poke your bum out, hang over the bar, still keeping, not slouching your back obviously, so you're still keeping your shoulders pinned back and chest up. In this position, you want to have the bar close to your knees, and you want to row up to your belly button or your ribs. So about this area. Keep in mind, I'm not rolling to my waist. If I was rolling up my thighs to just my waist, if you look at my elbow and where it ends up in this movement, in comparison to rolling up to my belly button, I'm getting a lot more range of motion there, a lot more stimulation, a lot more contraction. So basically, standing up straight, we're putting a little bit of a bend in our knee as well. Let me get out of here. So we're putting a little bit of a bend in our knee as well. Why we're doing this is if you are standing up straight and bending over like that, and you have weight, you're holding onto a bar with weight on it that's pulling you forward, that's going to put a lot of stress in your back, a lot of unwanted stress that could accumulate into problems in the future. So to balance that weight, you want to put a little bit of a bend in your knees down to about this range. Any more, you'll find your hamstrings are going to stop you, and you'll have to get closer to the floor. But this is perfect right here. And keep in mind, you're not squatting. So a lot of people are so tense, and it comes down to not knowing how to do their exercise as well. But they sit a little bit too far back. So basically, you want it nice and even. Bent at the knees. So from the standing position, put your bum out, bend at the knees. You want to have the bar around your knees as well, and you want to be rowing up to that belly button or your rib sort of area. I'll also want to show you guys what it looks like from the back. so you guys know what it looks like. They're getting a proper contraction and good stimulation. So I'll make this into a bra. Fuck, I don't even know if people will be able to see it because of my tattoos.
Should be alright.
People are looking at me like, what? Alright, so I'll do it from this way, because it's going to be the back. Actually, chuck this back on. Okay, another thing I wanted to add, which is a good cue to remember while you're doing it, is while you're doing the bent over row, is try to think of it as, obviously you can't snap this bar, but try to think of it as you are from the bottom of the movement, from the bottom of the bent over row, you're bringing your hands up with the bar and you're trying to snap the bar and screw your elbows into your lats pretty much. Or you could think of it like this. If you had 2 oranges and you put them into your armpits, underneath your armpits, you want to try squeeze them and burst them in this movement right here. So how it would look like that, but I'm trying to snap it. If you can see my elbows, they're turning inward as it comes up. As the bar comes up to my belly button, they're turning inward. So basically it looks like right, okay, so they're not flaring out here, they're screwing into your lats. So those are 2 cues I teach my clients with. So try to burst those oranges, or you're snapping and screwing your elbows into your lats. Cue. Can you put these down on another one?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll be able to do it. Just as an added variation with the bent over row, why I like doing it on racks is basically so it's in this elevated position straight away. It's less stress on your back trying to pick it up, but more so when you hit the end of the exercise, so maybe your last set or last couple sets, especially when it's at the heaviest, and it's hard to keep holding on to all that weight, it's putting stress on your back, and you feel like you can't squeeze any more out. Basically what I do is it's kind of add a variation of rack pulls in there. And what rack pulls are basically, from this elevated position, I'm rolling, picking it up off these bars and rolling straight away. So I'll give you like an example. I'll do a set and show you what variation I add into it. So I'll just show you an example of four bent over row reps, and then might add a variation of rack pulls at the end. Too heavy, put it down, and from here. I'm fucked. Actually, but that's basically it. So if you feel like you can't take it any further with the bent over rows, add this variation and get those deeper tears. swear, just from doing all the tutorials. I'll probably make the most amount of noise out of everyone that came. Come on, boys. Not much talking to this one, eh? You can tell, like, I lost all my energy. By the time it gets to the afternoons, I just feel drained, eh? Gotta do it while it's fresh in the mornings, you know? That's why I reckon when I start here, I'll try to transition everything so I'm just booked out with sessions from afternoon onwards. That way, from afternoon onwards, I can still fit in, like, easy 6 sessions. You know, that's still everything I need. So we're gonna cut this video short, but basically this is peak hour at this gym right now, CBJ, and we don't want to get in trouble, so